So it's only 4:45 in the morning, and my good friend Alex has taken me to the city. Market's a little quiet, not really sure what we're going to talk about today, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Joe Kernan has a way of just getting that done. So I think the thing we're going to talk about the most is just interest rates keep dropping, bond prices keep going up. It's going to be a big weighing on commodities. So that's where we're going to focus. All right, we're here. Alex, thanks, man.
No problem, sir. Give me my card.
Thanks, Alex.
No problem, sir.
You are the best driver ever. Alex, I only spilled a little bit of Nutri-Grain bar on your floor. We're gonna clean that. Okay, I feel kind of good for 5:45 in the morning. We can go this way. This is Mary. She is awesome. She is our friend, the makeup lady at CNBC.
Hello.
Just Mary. She's the friendliest makeup lady or any lady you'd ever meet anywhere.
Thank you, Todd.
She's actually a makeup celebrity, so you don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
I don't, not yet.
How do they find you?
My website, MaryWallaceMakeup.com.
Go check it out, guys. Bye, Mary.
See you later.
Extremely quiet in here. I've had a great summer. I've done all kinds of things except trade. There's a lot of potential energy built up. I think there's so much going on the geopolitical front that it will turn into kinetic energy. The direction, I believe, is still up. I'm sticking to my 2,500 call in the S&P. I think the Fed is in a one-in-wait situation. All the macro environments are setting up. I do think it resolves to the upside.
I love your call, Todd. Is it so? You by 2017, you don't mean by the end of 2000. You've got till December 31st, 2017 to get to 2,500.
Yeah, give me 18 months.
Okay.
We're just shy of 2,200, so another 10% on the top side. That was fun. Let's find my car. Oh, there she is, right there. Radio City Music Hall, and we're done. Oh, here's fine.
Here's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. There you go, man.
Oh, no problem, sir.
Thank you very much. Don't get out. I'm good.
Sure.
Yep.
All right.
I'm good. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Have a great day. See you, man. Okay, CNBC done. So that's a nice early start to the day. But what a very nice man. What are you two doing? Playing the water game?
Yeah.
Don't flood the basement.
Ha.
Can you do cheers?
Cheers.
All right, back from Squawk Box and now right back at it to do a video for Trading Nation. So this is like a full-on CNBC today. I think we're gonna do emerging markets. I like the way EEM is acting here. There's a new deal in China whereby there's a joint venture between, I think, the Shenzhen markets and Shanghai markets. And what's interesting is Shenzhen you can now trade, foreigners can now trade. That is 3/4 private companies. Okay, so now we have access to get into private companies in China, where in Shanghai we could own as foreigners limited pieces of the Shanghai composite, but that's only 1/4 private, 3/4 state owned. So basically what's happening is emerging markets, which are a lot of Asia, are now beginning to open up to foreign investment in the private sector. So I think we're going to put on an EEM trade to the long side, emerging markets, which is benefiting from, as I said, China, a lower dollar, commodities are acting strong. The one thing that would help here today is if crude oil were to find support around $46, $47. And of course, I've got the usual attire on. Business up top, party down below. Hi traders, Todd Gordon with TradingAnalysis.com. This is for CNBC's Trading Nation. Traders, we're going to take a look at the emerging markets again. We're seeing a pretty strong response internationally to this risk-on rally. Good luck. We'll see you in the next video update. Okay, done. So CNBC's done. I did Squawk Box this morning, Trading Nation right now. I've got the members webinar for TradingAnalysis.com, and we're going to go ahead and place this EEM trade. I'm kind of liking this. I think this guy's going to work. So I think the stock market's acting a little weak here against Elliott and fib support on the top side. So I think we need to put some kind of defensive trades on. And one of the trades I want to put on is the long yen. FXY is the ETF. See, when the markets, like all hedge fund managers and money managers around the world, when they want to hide out in a liquid market, when stocks are falling, it's generally the yen. So I think we're going to do a trade in the FXY here before the bell. A couple things going on, like the dollar remains weak. And this is a call that we've been talking about for a long time because like I look at the structure of the dollar on the top side and it's pretty weak from an Elliott wave point of view. And that's with the Fed threatening a hike. So I'm like, that doesn't square up with the pattern and the sentiment around the dollar. So the dollar looks weak, which means, okay, if the dollar goes down, other currencies are going to strengthen. If the stock markets are overbought, one of the currencies that should strengthen is the yen. So it's kind of crazy around the whatever, around everything. But altogether, stocks look weak. Commodities are looking like they're starting to roll over here a little bit. And that generally is going to support risk off, which again is the yen. So I need to do one thing before we put this yen trade on. Cool. Okay, before we do that, we got to alert customers. So it's going to be new trade alert, tier 3, full position, long FXY. We're going to go out and do the SEP monthly call debit spread. Buy 95 calls, sell 100 calls for a debit of $1.70 or less. Send. Cool, there we go. New trade alert. So first, let's just set up the dollar. This is the dollar futures. So this is a 3-hour chart. Dollar futures are in a downtrend. The first the first thin red line is called your minor power wave sell level. So this is calculated based on all the major minor swings, which are highlighted by these purple and blue dots here. So that gives you the first area of interest to sell. And then the thicker red line is your major power wave sell level. That comes from the blue dot. So it's meant to kind of reinforce your fib. So the first thing you want to do is look at the recent correction, which is right here. I'm going to take my fib extension tool and then just go off the lows here. So you can see that we held the 618 level really well right in the power zone. I'll get rid of the other ones there. And the other thing I'll do is I'll do a retracement off the high of the most recent swing. And you can see that we're kind of holding here. The 38% price retracement is right on top of the 618 projection. So that zone's holding right there. And then we have the 50% retracement on top of the major power wave sell level. So we have a lot of kind of wood to chop to get through that zone. So that's the dollar. So here it is in the Russell. It's pretty clear. You can even see a good 5-wave move on the way up. So there's 1, there's 2, big breakout in 3, sideways action in 4, and then we're just moving up into a wave 5 high there. And you have those kind of 3 pushes. There's 1, 2, 3, and it looks like we could pull back into the power zone on the downside here in the Russell. So you got stocks acting weak, you've got the dollar acting weak, commodities are starting to sell off here a little bit. Let me just hit that while we're there. Crude oil looks to be pulling back as well. We're actually in a negative trend situation in the hourly chart here in crude. So just a little downside projection here using your projections. So we're going to do that swing compared to this swing. Actually take us through the sell levels there in the power wave. And the 100% projection will be right at this level, 45.25. So crude oil looks like it's going on the downside. So I don't throw a lot at you, but you have stocks that are overbought. You have the dollar that's in a downtrend. You have commodities that are selling off. That points to a short-term movement in the towards the yen, which is basically just hedge fund traders and money managers, macro guys just hiding out, okay, and just getting into the yen for safety. So if you take a look at the FXY up here in the daily, we are like full-on breaking out. Got the minor power wave level on the buy side at 94.29. So let's go down to a 3-hour, and I'll show you how I set up this trade. Pretty simple, really. So I see a good trend swing here, blue dot to blue dot, and then another purple dot, which is a minor correction. So what that tells me to do is take out your projection tool, do a blue dot to blue dot study, that's your trend wave, and then compare it off of the end of the correction, right? So we have the 38% we'll get rid of. 618 is just above us at 97.45. Someone's texting me. And then 100% is at 99.72. So what I want to do is just get up from the current levels to try to get up to the 100% projection, which is going to be at $100. So I'm going to do that 95. I did the 95, 100 call spread. What did I pay? Okay, $1.70. So let's go over and execute that. So let's go trade. We'll do the SEPs. I'm just reading my text message to myself. So I'm going to buy the 95 calls, 95, 100 call spread. Okay. For $1.70. Let's see if we can get it at $1.60 on the mid price. So it's going to be a risk of $800 to make $1,700. Let's see if we can get filled. Market makers, hook a brother up, please. All right, so let's go over here to working, cancel replace. Let's go 65. Filled. All right, so that'll work. Oh, the other thing is the Fib course is out, and I owe, we got to do a drawing for 10. I'm trying to figure out how to get Jake and Brody to make the drawing. So what I think we're going to do is, I'll announce a webinar on YouTube. I'll give you a link to it. I'll try to make it next week. Okay, so you'll get a link here on YouTube to sign up for the webinar. And then inside of that webinar, I'll get Jake and Brody somehow to pick the 10 winners. I don't know how this is going to happen. I'll figure it out. But I do have 10 courses coming to you guys. The feedback has been awesome. It's gone really well. The launch has been huge. So that's cool. So I'll be sure to let you know on the Fib Interactive Learning course. And then I got to get back on the diet to get under 190 pounds. Drinking this stuff is not going to help. So yeah, the Upstate Distilling, I'll give you guys an update on that. That's been really fun building a business. So I'm a minority owner in it. My buddy Ryan is he started it. He's the brainchild behind it. So I'm doing what I can to help in the marketing. Obviously, I'm into social media and the technology and stuff like that. I even built the website. Like I did it by myself. It was pretty fun. I just like building things. It's fun. You know, I love my business, but you know, you can't just constantly chase charts around your whole life. Like, you got to keep it fresh. So, I built the website, so check it out. We're open, doing tours. We'll have the whiskeys out in October, November. I think we're going to do a bourbon, a rye. So, it's Blinders vodka. So, this is in Saratoga, right? So, I'm sure you guys have seen this blue water, Saratoga, the mineral water. It's big for horse racing, right? If you guys have ever been to the track in Saratoga, it's awesome, like huge. Probably the biggest track outside of Churchill Downs in Kentucky. So the name Blinders is for when horses are racing, they wear the blinders so they stay straight ahead, or you get blind drunk drinking it, either one, whatever you want to go with. We'll have the whiskeys out in October, November, and so far it's been good. So I'm going to get in the city, see if we can get some accounts going, and it's an industry that's booming right now. Craft distilling, if you just search it online, like there's a lot of international demand for it, so we'll see. So it should be good, should be interesting. If not, we'll just drink it.